A day after the Collin County medical examiner ruled that the death of a 26-year-old man while in custody was a homicide, today we are learning why prosecutors may still have a difficult time securing an indictment against the detention officers. Fox 4's Lori Brown joins us now to explain this story. Lori.
Heather, even though the sheriff fired multiple detention officers for how they handled Marvin Scott III, a legal expert in this type of case says securing a criminal indictment could be more complicated. While Marvin Scott III's family and friends are calling for the immediate arrest of several jailers who restrained him, one legal expert says the investigation will be more drawn out and likely end up with a grand jury.
I think it'll be a lot harder for the prosecutors to get an indictment in a case like this. Not saying they can't, I just think it'll be much harder.
Scott was arrested March 14th in Allen for marijuana possession. Police took him to a hospital for erratic behavior. Doctors there cleared Scott, a diagnosed schizophrenic, for detention in the Collin County jail. Sheriff Jim Skinner said officers began to try to restrain him after he began acting strangely. Defense attorney Toby Shook is a former prosecutor, known most recently for representing former Dallas police officer Amber Geiger. When it comes to in-custody deaths, Shook has been on both sides of the equation.
The arguments for indicting the detention officers would be that their actions were extremely unreasonable and either intentionally or recklessly or through criminal negligence caused the victim's death.
Scott died after an hours-long restraint process involving mace and a spit mask. His family and legal representative were allowed to watch 5 hours of jail video privately on Wednesday. The same day the medical examiner concluded Scott's death was due to extreme stress.
Since a hospital cleared, or doctors at a hospital cleared his detention, they are going to say we were using reasonable force to detain him, and due to his mental condition, it led to his death. And we shouldn't be held criminally responsible.
The sheriff fired 7 officers and an 8th resigned, but Shook says while jail protocols may have been violated, the bar for criminal culpability is much higher. He points out that while the manner of Scott's death is listed as homicide, the cause of death is more consequential.
The cause of death is really the important thing, and that law will be carefully explained to the grand jury.
The attorney who represents several of the detention officers told us late today in a statement, "My clients have almost 90 years of combined law enforcement experience with 0 use of force complaints. My clients have fully cooperated with the ongoing criminal investigation, and I expect they will all be exonerated. The medical examiner's report overwhelmingly confirms that my clients did not do anything wrong." Shook says the hospital could be civilly responsible. We reached out to Texas Health about why they released Scott. A spokesman said that they could not comment, citing privacy laws.